the better. So they'll benefit from. It might have been more minutes than we'd planned, more minutes than we'd have envisaged them having. Obviously, Bash was thrown in because of Keane's circumstances and things like that. But like I say, in the long run now, they'll have benefited from it.
The other side of the coin, of course, is Rhian Brewster got to start but came off at half time. For someone so young, it's been a tough season, I guess, going from the high price tag for which he came to Sheffield United to being in and out of the team and really trying to find his way in what's been a tough campaign. Yeah,
it has been difficult for him. As I said, he's been working hard. He's been working hard with us, with the group. He's had a run of 3 games now. He's probably working harder than he has done before. He's really trying. It's coincided with Ramadan as well, where he's trying to manage his body through first real intense period of going through this time of year. So yeah, that's been a good education for him as well, which I'm sure will stand him in good stead next season, the season after. But we know we're going to have to manage him through these moments and work with him, whilst we can't shy away from how hard it is, how hard he's got to work, the challenges that are presented in front of him right now. We can support him through it and keep pushing him.
Superficially, of course, strikers are judged by the goals they score, but have you as a club seen him grow as a professional player over the course of the season, despite everything he's endured?
Yeah, I can only speak for the several weeks I've been working with him. So as I said, I was in a different bubble before, but yeah, tried to get to know him, and he's a bubbly character, lively character, and from my point of view, we've been speaking about not shying away from this situation and where you are, not wishing the season away just for it to be over and start afresh. Keep working and pushing and try to get the most out of these remaining games at this level, because this is the level everyone wants to play at. We've seen just what kind of league we're in when you see the 2 Champions League semi-finals the other day and then the UEFA ones tonight. We're in the toughest league in the world. The standards are so high. But you don't want to be in any other league. So if it means you have to step up, if it means you've got to work harder, if it means you've got to be better than you've ever been before, you've got to try and do it. And if you fall short that way, then fair enough. But chances are you're going to improve and get to a level.
What about Crystal Palace? Then obviously it was a tough outing in the earlier meeting this season. Everybody talks a lot about Wilfried Zaha, but Roy Hodgson, the manager's got a wealth of experience as well. What sort of problems do you envisage them posing this weekend?
Yeah, I watched them down at Leicester the other day, and it was very similar to most of the performances. In the first half especially, they looked really, really strong without the ball, very difficult to break down, a real threat on the counter. And their attacking players in the final third look to combine and play really quick football in the middle of the pitch. So we know they've got threats. We know what the threats are. We know they've got good players. And as I've just said, it's similar to most teams in this league. We're going to have to be very good. We're going to have to be at our best to get points out of the game. And we spoke about that as a group. We spoke with the players. That's the only way we can approach it. We know we have to be at our very best every game to get points.
Obviously, this is your penultimate home game of the season as well. All being well, the next time you play at Bramall Lane, there'll be some fans inside the stadium. How much will that mean to everybody at the club?
Yeah, listen, everyone at the club, so from our point of view, the fans, the players, staff, we want our fans back in our ground, and we cannot wait. And speaking from a totally personal point of view, it's not the same standing on the sideline with no fans in. You could be anywhere. It's just not the same. You need fans in. We need these full stadiums. I know we're still a bit away from that, but everyone can't wait for that. But then from a bigger point of view, it shows that we're on the way out, hopefully, and road to recovery and getting back to what it used to be. I think for me, again, listen, my life's football, and there's a lot of people in the same position as me, but it's probably a big indicator for us as football people that we're on the way out and on the way back to some normality. So I think it's a real good signpost in terms of what's to come.
Yeah, I know we spent a lot of time talking about the prospect of having fans back inside stadia, but I suppose you look at the League Cup final a couple of weeks back, and then on the news the night, you saw the reaction of the crowd inside the Crucible at the snooker, and it sort of brings it home how much they've been missed, doesn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The game maybe wasn't the best cup final, but for different reasons, I really enjoyed it. Seeing seeing fans with their arms in the air, singing before the game, celebrating when the team scores, celebrating with the players after the game. It's what it's about, you know. Might have had face masks on, which looked a bit different, but it's what it's all about. We've seen teams get promoted, League One and the Championship already this season with no fans celebrating with them, and it's a real shame, you know. It's a real shame. And the sooner we can get fans in amongst the players and sharing those special moments, the better.
Thanks, Paul. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Hi, Paul. You all right?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Very well. If I can just continue with the theme of supporters returning then. I mean, psychologically, how tough would you say it's been for teams, all of them really, Sheffield United obviously most prominently, to be playing in empty stadia?
Yeah, it's... Again, I'm probably going a little bit off tack here, but it's added to everything in terms of we've had VAR, it's referee different with no fans in, there's no atmosphere. We're beginning to tolerate things on a football pitch in terms of like fouls and things which I'm unhappy with, and we're giving free kicks for things which shouldn't be. And I know if fans that have been in, it would have been refereed in a different way, and we'd still have a slightly different game on his hands, because we need to be careful where it's going. So I can't wait for fans to get back in and for referees to be affected by the crowd as much as the players, and for the atmosphere to be raucous and really lively and buzzy. Because at the minute it's bland. It is sterile. It's like it appears, and we need the fans back quickly.
And I suppose it's home or away. I mean, the first time the Sheffield United players play in front of any fan base, it will just give everybody that little lift, won't it? Put a bit more pressure on perhaps, but that little lift.
Yeah, I just think I'm excited for it, and I think all the players are. Everyone I spoke to, even at other clubs, everyone's excited because, as I said, it's a signpost of the way out, and we're all hoping, we're all expecting that then next season we've got the fans in with us, we've got the fans behind us, everyone's sharing the same feelings, the same emotions, and wanting the same things. At the minute, we know the fans are out there. The fans have been fantastic, still supporting the team and reaching out in different ways, and we've been interacting in different ways. But it's not the same as willing your team to win all together on a Saturday afternoon. And as I said, I just think this is going to be a little reminder and a little signpost as to what the game is about and how it should be.
If I can change tack then to injuries, one player I did want to ask about, how's Jack O'Connell's recovery coming on? I appreciate his season's done, but what's the kind of short and medium term plan for him? Does he need another operation, or is it just about training now?
Yeah, he'll be led by symptoms again. So returning to play in terms of back on the training pitch, not with us. So going through the similar sort of process he went through last time, but at a slower pace. If at any point there's obviously swelling and a reaction, it's a step back, and then just keep reassessing that way. Hopefully, with this slowly approach, there won't be any steps back, and there won't be a need to have any sort of procedures again. Hopefully, that's the hope. If it can all be addressed and done in this fashion, by taking his time and gradually building up, then everyone would be delighted. So yeah, it's just a slowly approach and be led by how he reacts to gradually increasing his load each day.
Game-related stuff. I appreciate you caught Spurs on a good day last week, and Bale presumably had one of his best performances playing for them. But you weren't happy with the first half performance. How has that been addressed this week?
I spoke about it. Listen, the players know, everyone. And we spoke after, didn't we? Answering the question, if you could put your finger on exactly why it is, the game would be easy. But yeah, we did. I watched the game back, and Spurs were better than I probably gave them credit for. They were really clinical second half, even though we played better. But yeah, the first half, it's an attitude, it's an aggression, it's playing on the front foot, it's demanding possession of the ball, it's not being scared to lose a ball, but then going with an intent to win it back. And we didn't have that. We didn't have that in the first half. Second half, we started with great intent on the front foot, and continued, to be fair. And as I said, watching the game back, I have to credit Spurs and Bale that their goals were top draw, first class, and the finishes were superb. So they took the game away from us. But we didn't give ourselves the best possible chance to have a foothold in the game just with his first half performance.
Do you think that's a nerves thing? Because you can paint the picture, can't you, that whilst there is always something to play for, the ultimate headline of the season has been set, then maybe it shouldn't be those nerves, regardless of the fact that you're playing a team like Spurs.
Yeah, as I said, if you know exactly what it was, it'd be easy to remedy. Nerves, that subconscious element of, as you said, what our fate's sealed, without a doubt. We know that. And playing in this league, it's, as I said, you only have to watch the semi-finals of the Champions League the other day. We're in the best league, you can see it, and the depth of it goes all the way down. We may even have the other two finalists in the UEFA League after this evening. So that's the quality of teams we're playing against. And as I said this morning to the players, we've got to enjoy that, and that's part of it. And someday, if you're best and you're at your best and it's not good enough, that's fine. We know that's going to happen some days. And you could say that happened sort of second half. They took the game away from us with quality finishes, but the first half wasn't us at our best.
Just on the Rhian Brewster theme, are you happy with his work rate? And I base that question purely and simply on the fact that it seems to happen quite a bit that balls are there for him over recent weeks to go and attack, but he's not doing it. And that's the evidence that fans are.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So I see that, and I could think of one in particular against Spurs when it was pulled back and Ollie put it in first time. Yeah. Great delivery just behind. So that's not work rate in my mind. That's the understanding of how and where to score goals in the box, and that is something that we know and Rhian knows he wants to improve without a doubt. In terms of striking the ball cleanly when the ball's dropping in around those areas, yeah, he's up there. He strikes a fantastic ball, but need to be in those areas more often than not, and force goals as well as be on hand if they do fall to you. Because if you're just waiting for it to happen, it's really tough. Chances are tough to come by. But if you can be aggressive in how you attack the space, then you're more likely to create chances for yourself. So yeah, I'd say that's more a tactical element that he needs to work on.
And just finally then, Crystal Palace, there are a couple of teams this could apply to, but they have yo-yoed and then it's clicked for them to the point where they don't struggle so much these days. Are they somebody that in the long term Sheffield United look at as a model, so to speak, if they're to yo-yo and then hopefully it clicks? Yeah,
definitely. But you have to build that way. I mean, everyone would want, you could name all the teams who've done that, but you've got to look at them. And I'm not speaking out of turn anywhere, because it's building blocks, it's step by step, it's baby steps. But you have to look at then the wages they pay to maintain, to attract the players and maintain and keep the players in the Premier League to gradually build. So whilst you're building on the pitch, you've got to build off it then to be able to maintain. So 2 seasons in the Premier League with the payments that go with it, and then the parachute payments, financially we should be in a better place. And then if for example you go up again next season, we'll certainly be in a better place financially than the first time we went up. So yeah, there's building blocks on the pitch and building blocks off it before you can assemble a squad, if you like, and pay the same amount as the other clubs.
Great stuff. Best of luck on Saturday. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, mate. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Thank you. Sorry, late to the party in this one, so I might be covering stuff that's already been mentioned, so I apologise to everybody, you included. Can I ask you about the news that fans might be welcome back for the Burnley game and what the players feel about that?
Yeah, we'll be delighted. It'll be the last game of our season in what's been a tough season. We know that, we understand that. But as I said, the fans have been away for so long that everyone just wants to get together. Everyone wants to just be a part of it and feel that connection with their own club again, and the players with the fans. After such a meteoric rise, if you like, over the last 4 years, the fans never got to celebrate, if you like, with the players last season after what was a fantastic first season in the Premier League. So it's been missing for that long. So yeah, everyone's going to welcome it back, and I've been speaking about it. It's sort of signposting the things to come. Hopefully, it's the first step, and when we start next season, we've got everyone back, home and away fans. Away fans play the part just as much in any fixture.
What kind of reception do you think you will get? Hope you will get?
Who can tell? Who could tell? I just know the fans I've spoken to, how eager they are to get back in. Whether they've got things they want to say or not, we'll have to wait and see. But the overriding feeling and conversation I've had with the fans has been about just the excitement to get back in and see the team play again. And that's not just us, that's throughout the country. It's been a long time. It's and as I just said, I just think it's a key moment in the recovery out of it. It just reflects a lot in terms of how everything else is looking away from football as well. So yeah, it'd be a really nice moment, I think.
And what improvements are you looking for this weekend on the back of that heavy defeat to Tottenham?
Well, we want points, obviously, but we know we've got to be at our best. We've seen how tough this league is. We've felt how tough it is. We've experienced it. We've seen the quality that's in there. And players can take the game away from you like that within any moment. So we know we have to be at our best for 90 minutes. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be at our best to give us that chance to get the 3 points.
I'll do for me, mate. Thank you very much.
All right, Paul.
Yes, thank you.
Right, we'll embargo this until 10:30 tonight. Nate.